Morning everybody, Sam here, United People's TV, live on YouTube and Facebook with today's episode of MUFC Daily, episode number 20. Thank you all for joining in every single morning. It's great to have your comments as always. Where are you watching this from? Let me know in the comments, but let's get straight into the main story today. It's all about Mr. Marouane Fellaini, the player who most considered was a scapegoat after David Moyes' era, who's still at the club, won the fans over this season with 4 goals and 9 appearances, then got an injury, and now reports are emerging that Marouane Fellaini has rejected a new contract offer that Manchester United gave him back in September. Now, this is James Cooper from Sky Sports. He's saying that United have been locked in contract talks with Fellaini since last season because Jose Mourinho is determined to keep Fellaini in his squad. But Fellaini, whose contract currently expires next summer, has rejected a new offer from Manchester United, which means that Man United face a bit of an uphill struggle to keep Marouane Fellaini at the club. Can you imagine that? What a turnaround of events that is, because Marouane Fellaini was a player who so many people wanted to be sold straight away when Jose Mourinho came in. Now, he's fucking rejecting contract offers. Let me know whether you think that Marouane Fellaini is in the sort of position where he can reject a contract, negotiate and get a better offer from Manchester United, or is he just playing a bit of a strange game in which Jose Mourinho is going to end up selling him anyway? Let's get to the comments here and let's read a few of your shout outs here. We've got John Victor watching from Italy, Rooney's right testicle, very nice name, watching from Bristol, Husni Hanafi watching from Malaysia, Babatunde Olefa watching from Lagos, and Nis Fugsang, I've ruined your name there, watching from Denmark, Philip from Jamaica, and Ewan watching from Dagenham. That's all on YouTube. How about Facebook? Got Garen watching from Cape Town and Henk watching from South Africa. Good morning to both of you. Edmund watching from Ghana. But let's get straight into the comments here about Fellaini. Angela Waits, good morning Angela, on Facebook saying, anyone who doesn't want to play for us can go, but I reckon he just wants more money. I think you got it spot on there, Angela. He does just want more money. But it's whether or not you feel Marouane Fellaini is in a strong enough position to negotiate more money, or whether he should just be happy that Jose Mourinho is giving him a new contract offer. Rody George is on Facebook saying, shout out from Sydney. Great show. Thank you very much, Rody. Saying we need to sell Fellaini. We need a bit more quality in midfield. But what do you think about this over on YouTube as well? Let's go over here. John Hammond saying we can get someone better than Fellaini if he won't sign. Let me know now in the comments, if Marouane Fellaini was to be sold this summer, who would you bring in as his replacement? Say, well, he would leave on a free, so we wouldn't get any money for him. So money is irrelevant, but who do you think would be a better replacement in the squad than Marouane Fellaini? Got Hassan saying no one will give more to Man United than Fellaini. And that's one thing I have to commend Fellaini for. Up until the fact he's rejecting a new contract, he seems to be all in with Manchester United and Jose Mourinho. It all properly started as far as I'm concerned with Mourinho and Fellaini, when Fellaini came off the bench at Goodison Park, gave the penalty away, and we were 1-0 up in the last minute. We drew 1-1. Everybody jumped on Fellaini's case. It was a stupid thing for him to lunge in the penalty area, gave away a penalty, and he got lynched. But Jose Mourinho backed him, stood behind him and protected his player the whole way through, created a great relationship between those two, and that's never been lost. Fellaini has always been defended by Mourinho. And Mourinho, that's the type of manager Mourinho is. Siege mentality, us against you. He didn't throw Fellaini under the bus. He does with some players, but he certainly didn't with Fellaini. And that trust has brought the best out of Fellaini this season. As I said, 4 goals in 9 appearances prior to getting injured. He was one of United's most in-form players. And he came on against Chelsea, came on for Mkhitaryan, who was having no impact at all, and he made a real difference. But it's whether or not you think that would still earn him the right to reject a United contract offer to bring in somebody else. Got Adjuan on Facebook saying he should go. United need better players to be contenders. I've got Edmund saying we should keep him until his contract runs out. Well, his contract runs out in the summer, so I think he's going to be here no matter what happens then. Let's go back to YouTube. Michael Van Gerwen saying maybe the club are going to sell, but they want him to sign a contract to get money for him, so maybe that's why he won't sign. That's a cynical way of looking at it, but maybe that's exactly what United would be doing, protecting their asset to make sure that if he does go in the summer, we get some money for him rather than him leaving on a free. Sell Jones and Smalling, says Super Bandit. I definitely agree on Smalling. Maybe Jones later on will give him another chance this season. I've got Subhan Qureshi saying time to move on from Fellaini, Mata and Shaw. Fabinho is the player that we should sign. We've got Starboy saying that Weigl, we should sign him. Paul McCarran saying we should be playing Timothy Fosu-Mensah. He should have played more than Marouane Fellaini. Now, Fosu-Mensah, he's played at right back for United, and he's played, I don't think he's played at centre back so far, but when he was with the under 18s and under 21s, he went through all the positions. He played right back, he played centre back, he played central defensive midfielder, and he also played central attacking midfielder at points. His best position was central defensive midfielder, but you could see his positional naivety. That was a thing he had to learn, and learn fast. And that's why he hasn't been afforded those minutes in that position. Axel Tuanzebe is a step above him because he's played as a natural centre-back. He knows about positioning. He knows how to hold his position far more naturally than Fosu-Mensah does. But I would love to see Fosu-Mensah come back and play in that defensive midfield role and be used as sort of maybe second, third choice, a squad member. But Fosu-Mensah could potentially grow into one hell of a defensive midfielder. And it would be a bit of a shame for Man United not to try that out. Blind Frog saying, no, Fellaini, we took him for granted. No, I don't think we did. I think Fellaini, for a large part of his United career, deserved the criticism that he was given. But I did a video, my apology to Marouane Fellaini, because his form turned around. And that's because Marouane Fellaini started to be used correctly by Jose Mourinho. And by used correctly, I mean right position, right time in the game. Fellaini should not be starting as a central midfielder every single week for Manchester United. He is not good enough for that. When he should be playing is like Chelsea. Last 15, 20 minutes of a game, you need to change the style and the tempo of the game. You bring a player like Marouane Fellaini off the bench and he can make a big difference. He did make a difference against Chelsea. Yes, we still lost the game, but you could see that Chelsea just couldn't cope with Fellaini's height in the box and it gave United a different output. Ultimately, it didn't work against Chelsea, but it has worked previously quite a lot of times. Let's go back to the comments and see what you guys and girls are saying here. We've got Anquit saying Tuanzebe can play on in his position. I'd like to see Tuanzebe play where he played for the centre-back, where he played for the under-18s, and he was a centre-back. Sorry, I got that all completely mixed up. But Tuanzebe is a very good natural centre-back, a natural leader, and I'd like to see him play there more often. Rana saying he should be happy with what's been offered to him, otherwise we should sell him. Right, so let me know in the comments now, quickly, we'll do a poll. Do we let Fellaini go in the summer? Type yes or type no, and I'll do a little counter up and I'll see what you guys and girls think. But my opinion on Fellaini, I think Fellaini has showed this season under Jose Mourinho that he can be an asset to the squad, that he can, when used correctly, make a change and make a difference to Man United's team. But he's got to be used in that way and that way only. Fellaini should never be starting for Manchester United. We've got Matic in midfield, we've got Herrera in midfield, we've got Michael Carrick in midfield potentially, we've got options in midfield. I don't want to see Fellaini starting week in, week out for Manchester United in midfield. So long as that doesn't happen, then I think Fellaini could stay at the club, and I think Fellaini could still offer and be an asset to this Manchester United squad. But let's see what you think in the comments here. Loads and loads of comments coming in. Yes, 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 yes. No, no. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking there. About 75% of you are saying yes on YouTube to letting Fellaini go in the summer. About 20-25% are saying no, keep him. What about Facebook? Over on Facebook, we've got more of a split. I'd say probably 60-40, maybe even 50-50. I'll say 60-40, saying yes in favour for letting Marouane Fellaini leave Manchester United this summer. I mean, on paper, if Manchester United could let Fellaini go and get Fabinho in, you can't tell me that is not an upgrade on our defensive midfield options. Yes, it would take an option away going forward in terms of last 15-20 minutes of games, but ultimately, if you're looking at improving the squad and making Man United capable of challenging on all fronts in the Premier League and the Champions League, then replacing a player like Marouane Fellaini with a player like Fabinho from Monaco is a massive upgrade in the midfield options. And that's my opinion. As you can see from the comments here, it's a bit of a split. Some of you want to see Marouane Fellaini go. Some of you want to see him stay as well. And that's a testament to how well he has played this season. He showed that he can be an asset at certain points. But continue the debate in the comments as always after the video is live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're live and you're new on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell means you'll get a notification every time we go live at 10:30 British Standard Time every single morning, Monday to Friday. If you're on Facebook, like the page. Until tomorrow, take it easy, but we've also got a Newcastle preview coming out later on today, so check that out. As I said, until tomorrow, take it easy.